Okay, I'm just going to do a demonstration of an application I created a few days ago in Laravel. This particular application requires root privileges because it uses FFmpeg as the tool to grab screenshots from a server. This application is not 100% complete, as you can see. It's just a default Laravel page using their stylings, but when you log, it does actually require a user to log in and register and log in. And once you've logged in, you'll be given access to the administration interface, where you can add a URL to take screenshots and generate a thumbnail output, the raw image output, and the film strip with the image wall output. Depending on how many images you've specified when adding a URL, it will determine what type of image wall will be generated on the output. So different number of images which you select will create a different image wall, depending, just ordering and sizing the images on the output. So anyway, I've selected a video, just tested it on this video source, making sure I don't make a plonk out of myself on this particular video. So I've found Central on somebody's server here. It's a free video. Getting the highest quality one. It's 819 megabytes. So this should not make much effect on the performance of the image capture. Okay, so just got the URL there, pasted it in. So if I want to select like between 1 and 9 images to generate the raw images, what gets stored on the hard drive, then the raw images get pulled at the time of requesting a image wall or film strip. They get pulled and generated in real time, and these aren't actually stored on the drive. But the thumbnails are the same as well. The thumbnails get generated in real time. So if we upload here, well, click upload. It's not really uploading. It's okay for the front end to see that, but it's not actually uploading anything apart from grabbing images from a remote server. Okay, so basically I've put a loading screen on there because this is a blocking application. So the API request, post request, will block the website. As you can see, as soon as that goes finishes, then the images are on the hard drive of the server, and there we go. As you can see, I've put the URL, image, thumb, and functions, which we can make modifications to the, well, delete or get the output. There's probably some things I need to change here before I submit it as a full application, but that's the original URL of the video source. These are the raw images, the 1 to 9 here, and the thumb images, which is settings which I've determined by the internal settings, which I'm going to make some manipulation on that. Okay, so if that's not a particularly good image, but as you can see, these are the 100% quality raw images at the JPEG 100% quality, as defined from FFmpeg settings. As we get, these are actually raw captured images. So the thumb images are actually generated. I've tried to keep them in square because they might be more useful for web developers that way. And okay, that's the simple stuff, but these are the useful things like the film strip. I'm going to zoom that in, such copy, just view image. This is the film strip. As you can see, it's 1 to 9, 9 images there. But if we've only selected one image, then these will be white. It doesn't make a small film strip; it just makes them white. It was a quick project, but I did so. I didn't really implement these more advanced features into the classes. Okay, the wall is, obviously it takes a few seconds. This is not particularly a good wall, but the wall generates however many images selected, like I said earlier, onto the image. But somebody could just save this and put it onto their website just by right clicking save as, and they could put that onto the website. Let's try another video source. Oh, Big Book Bunny is on here. Elephant Dreams. I don't know what that is. Let's try Big Book Bunny. The 480p one. MOV files. Anything accepted by FFmpeg will be okay. So I want to add another URL, video URL, and there you go. This time I don't want the full 9. Let's try 4. Obviously, selecting 4 images, the website will work faster. It won't be as much work in the background to get the raw images from their remote server, so it'll operate faster. There we go. We've got the complete URL. Obviously, the IDs are just incremented from the model. The IDs are the actual field in the database. So there's your full URL, and these are the images. Obviously, it's 480p, so it's not as high as quality than some of the videos on there. But let's just try the wall. As you can see, the different layouts. That's one thing we're going to put in the home. That's one thing we're going to put on the home page. The layouts of the images for the number of images selected on upload. I'm going to show all the layouts as a vector on the main page, and the film strip, as I said, would generate this sort of film strip if you selected less than the 9 images which I've selected from the upload. Okay, each of these images represents around 10% of the video file. So after the calculation internally, so I've converted the timestamp with FFmpeg into the number of seconds for the video stream, divided by 10 for each position. But I'm hoping that is going to be good enough for a quick project. But sometimes there may be people that want to offer some sort of protection against people spamming, because if you wanted to, I could actually create a video file to flash an image at that frame, at that second, just to show up on the snapshots. And if I did like a range around the percentage, then it would make it difficult to, well, impossible for anybody to make a reliable spamming tool out of this. But for most users, this is okay. Obviously, when you start messing about with things, then it just takes longer and longer and longer. These things that I've done on this on. But that was main idea. That was the plan. I created the product, which was defined in the plan. So that's there you go. That's the snapshot tool.